Light the fire at the beach, getting colder to waves. Desire the palm trees and the
Depression to me is isolation,
You lose a part of yourself.
loneliness, sadness.
The world around you is just so totally different. Life is not the same.
Along the lines of that.
It's not the devil's place. Well, it's
My name is Philip. I work here as an activities coordinator.
Daniel Latoya, and I'm a student at GC. Depression. Depression.
Depression.
Depression.
It is an inert state of mind, body, and soul that is a great burden upon you. That weighs you down physically, as if some demon is sitting on your chest.
Depression is a psychological disorder where parts of your brain does not get or receive or send neurotransmitters regularly.
I think depression is one of the hardest thing anybody can deal with, because it gets you in a state that you don't want to do anything.
Light the fire at the beach, getting colder to waves. Desire.
In my childhood, my father suffered from depression.
Some of the residents, I find that when they're depressed, they don't even want to eat.
I lost somebody in a car accident.
The sun is glistening. With the sea creatures start to dance, and I know it's beginning.
I didn't know what to do at that time. I tried getting my mind off of it. Tried to do anything. I didn't want to go near drugs. That was my thing.
It is my dream place.
So what I did was I knew I couldn't bring it back. Right? All I could do was pray.
Your hand as a feast all to glide through the cold deeps, and I fall in love as we dance in the moon and the stars start to shine.
Medication given to these patients almost hinders more than helps. So often it'll help with their symptoms, but they'll also have their depression symptoms, but they'll have horrible other symptoms, like they're constantly aching, they can't sleep, they're up all night.
Come on, well, it is my dream place.
6 years ago, I moved to Rexdale. My dad started drugs. My dad started using weed, and during Advent, he started abusing my mom in front of me and my brother. We came home one night because my mom was using the car really late and my dad really needed it. He started throwing glass at our feet, and I was terrified. I could still remember my mom and dad shouting at each other and how I'd run upstairs and start crying when I couldn't take it anymore. I would go downstairs and get in between them. It took until 3 o'clock in the morning when my mom gave up and called the police. The police took him to my friend's place just to let him cool off for a little. But then around 4 in the morning he came back. That was the first time he went to jail, and he was madder than ever. He would blame my mom about him going to jail. that's when I experienced depression because everything all suddenly happened at once. The only way that I would be cheered up is when I'd go to school, and basically my friends just brought me to their own little world, and I'd feel happy again.
Like the fire at the beach, getting colder to lace desire. The palm trees and the leaves and the breeze, the atmosphere's getting wild. Where the sun shines like the sun and the sun is glistening.
Depression is complex.
Where the sea creatures start to dance and I know it's beginning. No, it's not.
Depression isn't all that negative. Once you've overcome depression, you can deal with other things in your life.
Really craves, yeah. It's what I need to embrace. Come on, well it is my dream place. Look around this beautiful island. You feel the chills, you give me warmth as I take your hand. As our feet start to glide through the cold deep sand, I fall in love. As we dance in the moon and the stars start to shine above. Well, no, it's not the devil's place. Well, it's what my brain really craves. Yeah, it's what I need to embrace. Come on, well, it is my dream place. I can put in the back for postcard. No song that I can sing, but I can try for your heart. Our dreams, they're made of real things. Shoebox of photographs, receive its own loving. Love is the answer for most of the questions in my heart. Like why are we here and where do we go when I come? It's so far. It's not always easy, and sometimes life can be deceiving. I'll tell you one thing, it's always better together. There's no combination of words I can put in the back for postcard. No song that I can sing, but I can try for your heart. Our dreams, but they're made of real things. Shoebox of